There has never been a more star-studded field in PBA doubles history than today, where the bracket for a unique, once-a-season event is packed with former title-winning teams, including two-time doubles champs Kyle Troup and Jesper Svensson, 2018 winners Jason Belmonte and Bill O'Neill, and top seeds Andrew Anderson and Chris Prater. It's the Roth Holman PBA Doubles Championship, and it starts right now on FS1. Welcome you to the World Series of Bowling number 15. We are back where it all began. Allen Park, Michigan, Strobel Arena inside the famed Thunder Bowl. This is the PBA World Series of Bowling beginning its course for the Mark Roth Marshall Holman doubles. And what a field this is. This may well be, as we said at the U.S. Open about the single field, the best ever. The top seeds are Anderson, Prater, then O'Neill, Belmo, Simonson, and Barrett. And the opening match, Jesper Svensson, Kyle Troup, the 4 seed against the number 5 seed, and the defending champions, Paki Hanrahan and Mitch Hupay. And we welcome you inside along with Kimberly Pressler and the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen. I'm Dave Lamont. And while the crowd again showers you with the love you deserve,
love it.
Let's talk about how fortunate we are to be sitting here for this fivesome.
Yeah, I mean, more history. It seems like it's just happening week after week on the PBA Tour, and today it's happening only on FS1. But this is the greatest lineup in the history of this tournament. 9 of our 10 players on tap today. They've won this tournament before. You take those 10 players, guess what? A combined 103 titles and 32 majors. It's a plethora of talent. And guess what, folks? You're in for a hell of a show today.
And let's see what we have. We're dual patterns as well for these players to navigate. The opening match, we told you, Svensson Troup versus Hupay Hanrahan. Then you've got Simonson Barrett sitting there waiting. Then O'Neill and Belmo, they've won this before. And sitting at the top of the stepladder, the 2021 champions, the local man, Andrew Anderson, and his partner, the Shark, Chris Prater. Now let's go lane side, catch up with Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, guys. So, Paki, Mitch, you guys are defending champions of this event. One is left-handed, one is right-handed. So why is it you guys work so well together?
I just think we've known each other for so long, and we've bowled so many tournaments together that we just work well as a team, left-handed, right-handed, doesn't matter.
Well, like I mentioned, you guys are the defending champions, but you guys are going to have to go through one epic stepladder to defend that title. Are you guys ready?
I think so. It's quite the opposite of our title win last year. You know, we were on top last year with only one match. Now we got, well, quite literally opposite. So, but we're ready for it.
All right, good luck to you guys. And I know you guys work really well together because you have won this event twice already. So I have to ask, do you think the PBA should start working up a new name for the doubles championship?
You know, that was a small goal of ours whenever we won our first doubles together, but I think we're going to need way more than 3 to top the legends that this tournament is named after. So that would be a good start for us. We feel confident about the day, ready to hit the lanes.
All right, good luck to you guys.
Thank you.
And it was 2017 and 2020 where they pulled it off. At Bayside in Portland, that's a home game for Kyle Troup, really, when you think about it, how much they love him there. Jesper Svensson clinching it, defeating Marshall, Kent, and E.J. Tackett. And guess what? In 2020, who did they beat again? Marshall, Kent, and E.J. Tackett. This time in Indianapolis for title number 2. Now, Kent and Tackett would get theirs 2 years later, just not beating them. But nevertheless, they did finally get one. So in 2022 in Milwaukee, here we go. The 4th versus the 5th seeds. This is the Baker format, so they will trade frames. So if you're the leadoff bowler, then you are not bowling in the 10th frame. So Kyle Troup and Jesper Svensson will go to Jesper in the 10th. We're bowling on dual patterns here. Mark Roth in the left lane, 42 feet. The Marshall Holman pattern in the right lane is 38 feet. Randy will break down those particulars shortly. You can actually see Marshall in the distance next to PBA Commissioner Tom Clark, whose child is 15 years old. The World Series of Bowling, his invention. There's Marshall and Tom. And well, we're going to hear from Marshall, as we do every year whenever we do this event. So we're very much looking forward to having him pay us a visit in our booth here in Strobel Arena. Mitch Hupé, that one tour title was last year with Packy.
All right, well, back-to-back shots, back-to-back 10 pins. Let's go. That'd be a much better game if that pin wasn't in the rack for right-handers, right? But they, you know, they do have a tournament for that. It's called No Tap.
Yeah, the 9 pinners, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine what these guys would shoot if that was the case.
Yeah, it would be stupid.
Got a better one in there.
So here's our Bull TV highlights in the final game of match play. The defending champions right there, it's Hupé and Hanrahan, needed to come up gigantic to make the Stepladder. Not just big, but bigger than big. So they open with a spare, then 10-bagger for a 289, plus 30 pins for bonus for match play. They gained 119 and went from 8th to 4th and lost the roll-off to become the number 5 seed. Of course, the advantage for the 4 seeds, Svensson and Troop, is lane choice. That is how you defend your title. And Packy flushes. And one of the things I remember in interviewing him last year in Delaware, Packy Hanrahan, why this title meant so much is because he really wanted it as much for his friend Mitch Hupé as he did for himself.
Yeah, it's typically the common denominator when you bowl this event. You know, usually you're bowling with a really good friend of yours and you'd like nothing better than to capture this title and share it with one of your best buds.
And Jesper a little wide, not going to get a break. And so 3-7 for Svensson, 11 titles, 2 of them in this event.
Backswing looked a little short. Something didn't look right with that delivery for Jesper.
See if he can fly that 3-pin into the 7. Oh, and he comes up empty. Well, let's take a look at our Roth and Holman oil patterns.
Yeah, and even though the Roth pattern left lane is longer, I think the players are going to hook it way more on that lane. And I think as the telecast moves forward, you're going to see players really getting in the middle part of that lane and really opening it up, creating big angles. I think they're going to go straighter on the shorter pattern. As we take a look at Kyle's arsenal, he's going with a phase 2. You can see he's already curving it.
A little bit too much that time, as it turned out. 3-6-10 facing Kyle.
There's 2 left.
Well, either not deep enough or a little too slow with the ball speed.
%80 of the chance. At the time, I should say, they convert it, and Kyle Troop adds one more log onto that fire with that conversion.
You say 80%?
80% of the time that it's made.
Yeah, you know where we get those stats from, right?
Like that last one. Come on.
Would it be Lane Talk?
Our great friends at Lane Talk. For more information, head on over to lanetalk.com and download the free app.
Good speed on this one.
There's Hupé's arsenal.
He's going with an IQ 78U. Your thing. Woof.
And he puts 10 in. It's a double for Hupé and Hanrahan.
A good one here by Mitch. Just right of second arrow, piping it. What's interesting is both teams have a southpaw. But Troop and Svensson are playing the pair exactly the opposite as we take a look at Packy Hanrahan. His arsenal is going with a black pearl hammer 78.
He's asking for it to push.
Make that.
So Packy's on the left lane. Svensson's on the right lane. Interesting.
They stay out of each other's way that way. Well, with one way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Not that they were thinking of that, I'm sure, but It's always fascinated to me how these guys decide
Yeah.
who gets longer, who gets shorter. Sometimes certain players are better at certain patterns just naturally.
Sure. Like when I talked to Bill O'Neill and Belmonte, Bill said Belmonte's just absolutely that much better on the left lane, the longer pattern. That's why he's bowling on that lane,
Myself wiggling that one.
which we'll have to wait and see when they come on if that still holds true.
They are the number 2 seeds. The winners of this match will take on Dom Barrett and Anthony Simonson. Jesper Svensson with also that's the IQ Tour 78U as well.
It is. Jesper, the urethane specialist.
That looked a lot more like the Jesper Svensson we know.
Take a look at it out of his hand. See that hand just rotate, or excuse me, just kind of unfold right up the back of it with a little bit of rotation. The 4 slaps the 7 out late.
You see Jesper go for the fan. There's a couple of different degrees of temperatures in the building. It can get pretty warm in here.
That was a ball change and big right.
Up here, man.
Kyle got out of the phase 2 and went to an IQ Tour. Oh no. I mean, it's just kind of mind-boggling to me because I'm not sure there's been a player that has executed at a higher level this season than Kyle Troop.
That's the second open frame for Troop and Svensson. They each have 1. Jesper's was a split, the 3-7 that he missed completely. Juppe coming off a pretty good PBA Players Championship, and the door is open for them to build that 35-pin lead. On the other hand, these guys are just straight piping.
Come on, man. I got it.
Yeah, that's coming at the 1-3 with bad intentions and in a hurry.
Here on the lucky one.
Take advantage of it.
Lucky.
And Hanrahan also coming in off of good form.
Take advantage. Do it.
This is a long-standing relationship between these two that goes back to Wichita State, too. And I mentioned an incredible bowling powerhouse in cottage bowling. And right now, Hanrahan and Juppe are doing the Shockers proud as they've opened up a fat lead halfway through, 45 pins over Troop and Svensson. World Series of Bowling 15 getting underway today at Thunderbowl Lanes and Allen Park's Global Arena. And of course, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on FS1, the PBA Cheetah Championship. The following day, the Scorpion Championship. The following day, the Shark Championship. And then on Saturday, 7 p.m. on FS1, the PBA World Championship play-in round. And then on Fox, a week from today, the PBA World Championship at noon Eastern Time. And of course, also streaming on the Fox Sports app. This team here needs a shot at B12, and will Jesper Svensson be able to provide that? No, unfortunately for that team, is the answer.
Can't catch up if you can't strike, and just a little inside for Jesper on that shot, and ball goes right past the 8-pin. right, let's go down to the floor and talk to manager Tim Mack.
All right, we're getting close.
Timmy, it looks like there's absolutely zero energy with Jesper and Kyle. What is going on?
Oh, I just think they got off to a bad start. You know, the split with Jesper and obviously the ring 10 from Kyle. So Kyle's going to make a little bit of a move here and see if they can't get some momentum for the end of the second half of this game.
All right, Tim, thanks.
At the moment, they're making life a little bit easier for their competitors as well. Not that Hupe and Hanrahan aren't bowling great, because they clearly are, but they're also not being challenged. That may try to start to wake them up.
And I refer to Tim Mack as the manager. He is obviously the manager of the Portland Lumberjacks, but he's also a tour rep.
And of course, Kyle is on his team.
And that. Portland Lumberjacks.
So Mitch Hupe, one-time Southwest Region Rookie of the Year. Wow, did that hold beautifully. I was concerned that might go through the face. There was no need to be worried.
His ball speed's fast enough, and his hands in a really good spot to keep it on line. He's just trapping it right at the 1-3.
I know, you guys will be teammates.
Pins are helpless in that situation, just like we like them. So the lead up to 55 as we get down to near the end of this opening match with Simonson and now Barrett awaiting the winners, which certainly appears to be the H&H boys.
Yeah, it's all but over.
Just like that. What's up?
Nice.
It's good to see the Iceman back. Miss him.
Spectacular player with 11 championships. That's a unique looking strike right there for Jesper.
Yeah, we got a double.
There's a lot of pins left on the deck. At one point, I think there was 5 still there.
They were doomed. They just didn't know it. Kyle certainly having a remarkable 2024 with a couple of titles. But this particular day, this particular game, not his very best.
Hey, get another shot at it.
Well, just look at it. Bat out of his hand and just hydroplanes to the right.
Love you, Detroit.
Oh, we got plenty of shows left in this World Series of bowling. This probably
sir.
will not be Kyle's last time under the lights.
Yeah, there's a good bet we'll see him again.
But the defending champions, and man, did they get hot in Delaware too a year ago. Again, Randy, that's the same shot. It's unbelievable how he's just lather, rinse, repeat right now.
Yeah, it's pretty simple in terms of how he's attacking that right lane. I mean, it's just like throw it pretty fast, keep it on line, pretty straight up the lane, hand behind it. Ball's behaving identically after it leaves his hand with every shot he throws.
Anthony Simonson and Dom Barrett standing by to face Hupe and Hanrahan in our next match. Series of bowling number 15. You know what? We're fine.
You're going to do it there.
I did let that go and say sticks.
World Series of Bowling 15, the Roth Holman doubles with Marshall Holman in the house. And Marshall will also be joining Randy and I in our broadcast location soon.
Not me. Maybe him.
231 for the winners.
Keep it going, guys.
Thanks. Also,
Jesper Svensson will finish off this game. Well, hopefully he has a good week too here in Michigan.
Yeah, win or lose, it's always fun to watch Jesper Svensson. He's so unique. And just one of the best guys you'll ever meet out here.
Keeps that pulse rate around 70 the whole time. He's a calm dude.
I said that makes me feel a little better because that was pretty
The best color of the game. Yeah.
Bubba.
So Svensson and Troop will have to wait till next year to try to capture a third one of these Roth Holman doubles championships. And right now, the team that won it last year is still in the race to make it back-to-back. Juppe and Hanrahan dominating that match 231 to 182. And the next opponent will be the Dominator, Dom Barrett, and his partner Anthony Simonson taking on the defending champions Juppe and Hanrahan. Can they make it 2 in a row, or will they be tripped up by this talented pair? We're about to find out together. This is World Series of Bowling number 15, and that is the great Mark Roth, 1979. San Jose, California, the Columbia Doubles Classic, the cranker, the power game of Mark Roth that changed the face of professional bowling. He and Marshall Holman won the PBA Doubles, as it was known back then, 3 times. Only Mike Albee and Steve Cook have matched that. Here's Marshall's form. There's a kick on that 5 into the 7. Love the brown shirts. Bring them back right this minute.
That's some old Munsingware, isn't it?
Yes, there's the penguin on the pocket.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that is awesome. And I wouldn't mind that red jacket either, Randy, to be very honest with you. Here he is right here, the Hall of Famer and our friend Marshall Holman. Welcome back. I know it's always a thrill for you. You've walked into that door, and there is your name along with your friend Mark, and such an incredible man that Mark was to have this tournament again.
Well, I appreciate that, Dave, and it's a thrill every time I come back to the Roth Holman, and there's a reason that it's called the Roth Holman, not the Holman Roth, because Mark was first and foremost the bulk of that team, and he's the one that asked me to bowl with him, and took me about 2 seconds to say yes, and you know, we miss Mark. My gosh, last Wednesday was his 73rd birthday, so a happy belated birthday to you, Mark.
Randy, what made those guys so good as a team?
Well, the two of them were so great, and then when you put the two together, it was a lethal combination. But Marsh, I just want to ask you quickly, what was your favorite part about competing in the event and also bowling with your buddy Mark Roth?
Well, it was easy because it was easy to match up with Mark. Mark threw the ball in a similar fashion to me, so he was always the leadoff guy because he wanted to test the lane out and be able to give me the information. He made my job very, very easy, and Mark, he loved bowling more than anybody throughout his entire life. I mean, he loved the game. He kept telling me even after he had his stroke that he wanted to get back and wanted to bowl. We got to bowl the tournament one more time, Marshall. And I'm thinking, Mark, you're out of your mind. I can't bowl with those guys anymore, but we miss him. He is revered and he deserves it.
Yeah. And we always say it's always the great Mark Roth. Every time we talk about him, I think every time any bowling fan ever talks about him. Now, we've seen the defending champions of your tournament, Marshall, along with Mark, of course, bowling to win the first game over Svensson and Troop rather handily. Now they take on another unique combination in the Dominator, Dom Barrett and Anthony Simonson, in our second match. And that's a different kind of team. Simonson, of course, the highly skilled two-hander, and Dom Barrett, one of the really experienced, smart, steady veterans. This ought to be a great match, all from the right-hand side. And guess who's going to sit with us? That's right, Marshall Holman's going to be with us for this match with Simonson Barrett versus Juppe Hanrahan coming up next on FS1. Let's go back to 2016, the Roth Holman Doubles, National Bowling Stadium in Reno. Anthony Simonson became the second youngest winner of a PBA Tour event when he teamed with Connor Pickford and won the PBA Roth Holman Doubles Championship. Simonson and Pickford defeated Andres Gomez and Josh Blanchard by 50 pins. Simon was 18. 11 months and 12 days old, 2 days older than Norm Duke when Norm won the PBA Cleveland Open in 1983. And Marshall joining us on headsets as well. And you had a ringside seat there to watch Hupé and Hanrahan, and Mitch in particular was really locked in.
Yeah, and if Packy hadn't opened in the 10th frame, I'd say this game is almost done before it starts. But another right through the heart.
Yeah, how about back-to-back for Packy Hanrahan? 10th frame, he leads the big four. This time it's the big four without the 7-pin.
It's interesting, we kind of chuckled off that big four in the 10th because the match was already over.
Yeah.
Was that maybe a symptom of a problem?
I'll tell you, if I'm in the guys bowling the next match, and I'm sure Randy will agree with this, and I see my opposition do that late in the game, that energizes me. That goes, okay, this guy isn't infallible. Something, we've got a chance.
Sure.
And yeah, that's a big boost for Barrett Simonson.
And here's one of the guys who knows how to take advantage of chances. Dom Barrett, 10-time titleist out of England.
And he bowled on the right lane during the qualifying. Although I would have thought that Simonson would have been better on the right and Barrett on the left, but they made the telecast and I'm out there talking, so they know what they're doing.
Nope. Quiet 8-pin there. We should mention, by the way, qualifying began as each bowler bowling a full game. And then when we got to match play, we went to the Spaker format.
Correct.
Well, Simonson did say that he likes the longer pattern better. And so that was the decision. For them anyway, it wasn't that tough to make.
Sure.
Big start for Dom.
Who would have thought after Simonson wins Mark and Marshall's event that he would go on to do what he's done?
A remarkable career. The majors that he's won, the different things. No one has more tricks than Anthony Simonson. He can throw the ball right-handed hook, reverse hook.
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
And right away his reaction was, oh boy, and that actually was a pretty darn solid hit.
He didn't like it because I think it was he felt it was left of target, but still.
It hung on, it held.
Yeah, up and over the 7-pin.
But must be urethane he's throwing.
That is definitely urethane.
That ball did not break very much at all. That's when you say thanks for nothing.
Thank you very little.
Yeah.
So Mitch Hupé, who was sterling in the opening game.
It was interesting, you know, I was down very, very close to where they were bowling, watching them that first game. And every time Mitch would get on the lane, Packy was acting like his psychologist and sort of getting him set for his shot. And it worked.
Well, these two do have a very long-term and close friendship. So these are not repeats. This is not the truck rolling a replay. It's live.
You know, back when I started on tour, we threw urethane. I mean, not quite the same strength of urethane that they have today, but my urethane ball never hit like that.
Nor did mine, no.
Hanrahan, 2 titles last year. Mentioned the doubles, of course, and also the Kokomo Classic.
You know who the Kokomo Kid is? Or who the Kokomo Kid was, I should say.
I should know this. And
I know Marshall knows.
I'm going to hate myself when you give me the answer.
Well, in 1975, I was in line to make my first telecast. It was in Cleveland. I was bowling great. I had a couple 100-pin lead over 6th place, and all of a sudden, the Kokomo Kid put on one of his rushes. Don Johnson. And he said, and he was the nicest man ever.
Yeah.
It was like he was saying, kid, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait a few tournaments. I'm coming through. We lost him too soon.
Yep.
So Henry had a little bit better frame than his opener, but right now both teams are off to a very quiet start. Well, except for Hupé burying 10. Packy off to a quiet start.
One bad shot is this, it just plants the seed of doubt.
Yeah. Can that doubt carry over from one player to his partner?
I suppose it could, but it doesn't look like it's affecting Hoope right now.
No, I don't think anything is at this moment.
Now, Randy, that ball didn't get near as wide as that first frame. Much better delivery.
Yeah, a couple boards left of the last shot on that lane for Dom, and this one ends up in a perfect spot.
Yeah, his previous frame, in the first frame, his ball went out some maybe 4 or 5 board down the lane. And I thought it was lucky to get back and tickle him.
There you go. Kick save and a beauty on the 10.
Marsh, what impresses you most about today's game, whether the players use their thumb or whether they don't?
Well, they're just the energy. I mean, the balls are certainly much stronger than they were back in my day or your day. But the energy that they impart on these atomic bombs is just extraordinary, and the speed at which they throw the ball is amazing. You know, the game has changed a lot since I bowled.
How about 20 miles an hour, Marsh?
Run it down.
Yeah, I'm lucky at my vintage age to get it up to 13. And the pins have very little respect for that.
None.
That's right.
Well, it's the first flat or Euro 10 for Mitch Hoope.
And that was a pretty full flat hit.
Yeah.
And the 10 pin had no chance.
Yeah. And for me, when I watch players use urethane on one pair of lanes for a number of games, it's always the question mark for me is how long can they stay in it?
Yeah, because the urethane carries the oil down faster than the reactives.
It beats up the front part of the lane, drags oil down. Next thing you know, the ball hooks early, doesn't recover, and hits flat.
Yeah. Hoope, he likes to throw a direct shot, so he may be able to stay there for a while. But time will tell.
Hammerhand's first strike of this match.
Well, he was hot the last game. I mean, he struck quite a bit up until that last frame.
Right. So again, it's the same for Packy on the left lane, right? Using the urethane ball, he goes high back-to-back shots. He has to get off that spot. You know, I'm guessing that his ball went high twice because it hooked early.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Bob Barrett. Absolutely perfect.
Each shot has gotten a little bit further left, Randy?
Yeah, and that one looked a little more firm as well. That ball speed looked like it went up just a little bit.
I threw plastic for about 20 minutes. Felt like, well, 6 of my 8.
This guy's got one of the best touches on tour.
Beautiful.
And he can do just about anything he wants, but he's got great touch.
A very athletic release.
Yeah. He still gets plenty on it, but when he wants to back it down, needs to back it down, he can do that, push it through the front.
He knew he got away with that a little bit.
Yeah. That's a urethane hit.
That labored.
That's a urethane hit.
So you say that, what do you mean by that?
Because the ball starts early and has nothing on the back. It can't get the weak 10 out. Now the 7 pins with it. There's just not enough motion going through the pins.
So is it time for a change?
Well, I would think after that.
Well, Anthony Simonson will have a minute or two to think about what his next move is going to be. Meantime, Mitch Hoope and Packy Hanrahan have the advantage as they try to go another step up the ladder. Awaiting them, Belmo and O'Neill. Take a look inside the arena here. The PBA World Series of Bowling 15, the Mark Roth Marshall Holman PBA doubles. And we want you to join Emmy award-winning host Emmanuel Acho, his former NFL teammate LaShawn McCoy, and the one and only Joy Taylor as they dive into the biggest stories in sports at a brand new time. Speak, weekdays at 4:30 on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
On this one. See that shape?
So Hoope Hanrahan
speed.
down 17.
Good shot. Line it up.
After having a relatively easy first match and defeating Troop and Svensson. Oh, round and You know, once again, Marshall, to your point earlier about Hanrahan
Mitch.
helping with Juppe, there you can hear them again.
Yeah, and that's another urethane hit, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So, Randy, here's a little bit of trivia. Question for you. Where was the last building where I won a tournament? Where did I win my last tournament?
It's here.
I'll give you a hint. It's here. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
That's a heck of a hit, Marshall.
1996. Hang on.
Yep.
Ooh, it did.
Break is coming down.
Yeah, there's that little smile. Ooh, I got away with one.
I think we all thought that had a possibility of
I got you.
falling off.
Come on, Pack.
I'll start us up here. I got you.
Honestly, with a little bit of carry for Simonson and Barrett, this game wouldn't be close.
And Packy is picking it up.
He still has plenty of motion to get that 7 pin.
Yeah.
Mitch is going so much straighter and faster.
Dang, the wrap 10 off the flat 10.
I know. I think even that one was just a little firm.
He's asking him if he should move off the flat 10.
Well, that was quite a break for Hoopy and Harahan with Simonson leaving that 7-10.
Yes.
That got that, put him back in the game.
Oh, Don Barrett is dialed in right now.
His best shot.
I think so.
3 in a row for Barrett.
All right, Simonson. What does he do? Does he stay in the urethane? He's going to stay in the urethane.
He's got to feel like he has to hit high flush to strike.
Or just get a little piece.
That was my other option.
Yeah, but I mean, what, a fraction left and it could be another week 10?
Right.
So he got it right into that rip rack zone. But look at the shots he's thrown. He left that massive over-the-top 7 pin, pocket 7-10. He struck in the 4th and here in the 8th.
Made good shots.
Yeah,
That looked left.
it was.
And the defending champs are now on the ropes. In the distance, you may hear the warm-up shots of Jason Belmonte and his good friend Bill O'Neill. A formidable combination awaits the winner.
A lot of power in this telecast.
Yeah. A lot of power, a lot of talent.
There were some kids that were up there going into the last few games, and you could just see the veterans sort of sneaking up on them, and they younger guys started squeezing it a little bit, and you know, nothing to be embarrassed about. When you got people like O'Neill and Belmonte on your tail, it can make a very talented player pretty nervous.
Juppe and Hanrahan made a jump from 8th to 4th in the final game with a 289. Packy, little chef's kiss on the 7.
It's like what Randy was saying. Packy's got that motion going into the pocket, enabling him to knock out the corner pitch.
He's also the only lefty, too, that's left on the program with Jesper gone.
Got the place to himself.
Flat 10, it's the wrap 10, fast 8.
Like, threw a little slower and just picked up a little bit early. You can move like a half with your feet, 1 with your feet. Just keep that same like slow speed. Good to go through the pins. I mean, you never know.
Barrett has been razor sharp.
Oh, that needs a hook.
I thought he might get a little tap on the base of that 10 pin, but that one did get away from him early.
It did hook. I didn't think I was coming back.
He's got some room on that lane.
Yeah.
That was just wide right out of his hand.
He's got a big hand. He's able to get that back.
Yeah. You see the max scores right here, folks. So Simonson and Barrett still in command. Yep. A mark and good count is all Simonson needs. The last thing that he wants to see, or Dom, or any of his fans, is another pocket 7-10.
He gave them what they wanted to see right there. So barring something unbelievable, it will be Simonson and Barrett moving on, knocking out the defending champions. But credit to them to making back-to-back shows. That's very difficult to do right there.
Coil?
Yeah, it's...
Actually, give me one of the idols. It's fine.
He's going to look at another ball real quick, guys.
Simonson and Barrett, even though they're bowling the defending champions, I mean, they're the class of that field. And that's not a knock on Hoopy and Hanrahan. It's just fact.
It's always nice when you take a moment to experiment and then do that with your experiment.
Now what?
That was reactive, right?
That was reactive.
I think he stays with that. But it's a tough decision because he's had the other one working too.
How much do you have to factor in what kind of score you think it's going to take to win the next match? He knows he's safe with the urethane, that he can hit the pocket. Whether or not he can strike.
I think they have to expect the next match to be higher scoring.
Come on, Mitch.
Well, we mentioned at the start of the show, 103 titles, 32 major championships in this stepladder final. And a lot of those 32 are going to be in this next match with Barrett, Simonson, Belmo, and O'Neill.
And just another flat 10 on the right lane for Hoope. And it's, Marshall, as you know, it's so tough in a one-game match.
But they both get the pressure.
And when it's doubles, you're only bowling half a game.
Yeah.
To get out of that piece of equipment that you know is safe.
His ball got tired.
Good, there's another one.
His ball just got tired.
Yeah.
I think it rolled too early.
Exactly.
Well, Marshall, we'll let you get back to your ringside seat, buddy.
All right, thank you, guys.
We'll see you again.
Thank you, Hall of Famer.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Randy.
We thank Marshall Holman very much, and we can't wait to see him when this is over with and he presents the trophy. But is it going to be one of these two guys, Belmo and O'Neill, or will it be Simonson or Barrett? Or will it be the top seeds, Prather and Anderson? Well, let's go back to 2018 in the great Wayne Webb's Columbus Bowl in Columbus, Ohio. 3 straight years, the team they called Bilmo finished 4th in the Roth Holman PBA doubles. Well, that ended when they took on the Two-Tang Clan and beat Darren and Michael 205-185 for the championship. And here they are, a few years later, going at it again. The number 2 position, taking on Anthony Simonson and Dom Barrett. Here's what's happened so far. Hoope and Hanrahan had an easy victory, but they ran into trouble in match number 2, Simonson and Barrett. Now, star power galore in this 3rd match.
Belmo will start, which means O'Neill will finish the 10th frame on the right lane.
That's the shorter of the 2 patterns. And Belmo starts it off the right way.
See, and he's playing that left lane like I thought the players would. He's big inside. Look at that, 25 out to 7.5.
Yeah, that was okay. That's just a stronger cover.
Stronger cover. The cover of the bowling ball, stronger.
Which means?
Which means it's going to read better. It's going to have much more down lane reaction.
Be interesting to see when Simonson comes up what he decides to throw, because he grabbed some reactive resin to close out the 10th frame and struck on it 3 times. But first, Dom Barrett, who just looks comfortable.
Yeah, he looks fabulous on that right lane. Dom Barrett going with GB5. But that stronger cover, if it has surface, will read sooner.
Okay.
Right? If it's shiny, it's still going to get through the front, but that stronger cover is going to grab. Now, this ball here for Dom Barrett's got a little bit of texture to it.
And this is the ball that Simonson finished last game with. And that's the first time he didn't throw a strike with it. He began with urethane.
Yep.
And then made the switch in the 10th frame.
Hasn't made a bad shot yet, really.
Not with that ball.
All right, let's see what O'Neill's got on the right lane. Dom Barrett's making it look awfully good.
Now, Bill looked pretty sharp in the warm-up throws prior to the match.
What a season he's having.
It is a really nice season for him. Yes, a major break.
That's pretty good. Dang it, that was good.
Almost a pocket 7-10. Are you kidding me? Don't even think about it. Another player that uses his thumb that has just great touch. Look at that.
No trouble there for Bill. And we'll see if Belmonte can match his effort of a strike his first time up. You know, we were joking around. You can't do a TV show without E.J. Tackett. I don't know. Bill O'Neill hasn't missed too many meals either as far as it comes to shows.
He has not missed too many meals this season.
His television time pretty high.
Belmonte's arsenal is going with Journey. What a journey it's been for him in his 15-year pro career.
My goodness. I think we all need a moment.
Only 4 times converted. The last time by the Ginger Assassin, Anthony Nyer.
Get lucky?
Nope, no luck that time.
I wanted it to roll early because I don't want it to blow through it, but it's like it's so touchy down there. Oh.
You see Emilio Monticelli, Hall of Famer there. Hey, it's John Mazza.
There he is.
How about that?
Johnny.
Could have tagged him in. And that's the first shot that's gotten away from Dom, and it's a tricky one.
Come on, give it a run.
Looked like he grabbed that one at the bottom. He either grabbed it or the lane's breaking down. He did not move far enough in and open that lane up. He said, I think I just heard him say, I didn't guess big enough.
4 of them.
Got it. Smothered that 7-pin.
Great shot. Wow.
And that is our Snickers satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers, because nothing satisfies like a Snickers.
Well, Dom Barrett, the future Hall of Famer, converting the 3-6-7-10.
Slow down.
There you go. Nothing left behind.
No.
Let's go.
Cleaned his plate.
Yeah, nice ball change.
Take your move there and do your thing.
Yeah. Just to the right of third arrow, playing it fairly tight with the reactive ball, keeping his angles a little bit more closed than Belmonte is on that lane. Bill going with Theorem.
There you go. Kick the 9 aside of the last second. Perfect shot for Bill.
O'Neill almost left the pocket 7-10 in the second frame. Belmonte steps up in the third and does leave one.
7-time Player of the Year. Only Walter Ray Williams Jr. did that. Ooh, mixer. Rev rate special.
You can see just how much more angle he's playing than Simonson on that left lane. The lead goes back to Belmonte and O'Neill.
It's an unfortunate break there.
Well, he definitely moved in a little bit more on that shot. That was a pretty good shot, but sometimes that ball gets into that oil, sits there a little bit too long, comes in a little late, you leave the ring 10 for a right-hander.
Shaves it. He shaved it. He got it. He had it all the way.
Skinny.
Never resurface of plastic.
Simonson going with Optimum Idol.
And that time he had a right to say uh-oh.
All right. First really bad shot he's thrown.
In a very unique lead, a 6-9-10. Looked like a lot of fun to have to shoot out. Anthony Simonson, Don Bear locked into a tight match with Jason Belmonte and Bill O'Neill, with the winner taking on Anderson and Prather to be crowned the Mark Roth Marshall Holman PBA doubles champion. World Series of Bowling 15 rocks on. PBA is proud to have Boulders to Veterans Link as the official charity of the PBA Tour. And today's BBL Salute to Veterans, we welcome U.S. Marine E6 Staff Sergeant Mark Brooks, who served for 15 years. Mark, thank you for your service. And if you donate, please consider and go to bvl.org. Tune in to Race Up weeknights on FS1. Get expert analysis and opinions from the best in NASCAR as they break down the hottest names inside the car and out on the track. Race Up weeknights at 6 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Well, we have a tight match. Just 4 pins separating these incredible teams with a very strong group, and Anderson and Prather standing by. Working on a double. Topple the 8? No.
God. Almost. And that lead could have gone to 14 and then 24 real quick, but instead, just 3 with a spare for O'Neill on the right lane.
Virtually no margin for error in this match right now with these two teams. 3 pins separating them. That's it. The all-time major leader in PBA history is 15. Just about 50% of his titles are majors. Just incredible.
I thought there was like 7 pins around your. Something's got to hit it.
Barrett looking for his first strike since the opening shot. That was close to being a disaster.
He's kind of lost that lane.
Does he need to? What does he need to change? I guess would be my question.
I mean, if you go high, typically you want to move left, and I think that Dom maybe needs to move a little left and open his angles up a little bit.
Keep the same equipment?
I think that ball's fine.
Hi, Dom.
Oh, man. Let's take a look at this left lane and how Belmonte and Simonson are playing him. It's a good 10 boards difference at the arrows. You can see it right there. How about 11 and a half? Wow.
There we go.
And it's not like Simonson couldn't play that same line that Belmo's playing. He chooses not to.
Right. I'm not sure there's a line he can't play.
That's exactly right. That guy's got a big, giant toolbox. And he can do anything he wants to with a bowling ball. We've seen him go dead straight. We've seen him hook it from gutter to gutter. We've seen him win with a backup ball.
Well, he provided the commentary there by saying that's a little better.
Yep. Find one, mate. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
That upper body getting parallel to the floor. He's one of the best at pushing it out of his right hand and getting it to do what he wants to do. It's amazing what he can do to a bowling ball. Now O'Neal, right lane.
No way.
God, are you kidding me? Billy, 10-pin, strike, 8-pin, 9-pin. O'Neal bowling very nicely. He's got nothing to show for it.
I didn't want to look at that one. He's disturbed, and I don't blame him. That one especially was terrible break.
Yep. So if he catches that break there and Belmonte doesn't leave the pocket 7-10 in the third, this match might be over already. Instead, it's just 5.
This will be the last frame for Belmo.
And look at the max scores, Dave. 221 for Simonson Barrett, 216 for O'Neal and this guy.
And this guy gets a break.
That's ahead. All right, if you throw it like you did that last one and we have a pop at this, it'd strike it. They're great shots.
The last 2 shots I threw, I think they went over the same spot, and that one was just, I rolled it and I threw it good, and it wants to break lows. Yeah,
Do that again.
That's how I want to throw it. I'm just like how the one before that just kept going, and that one, as soon as I picked up, I want to keep it.
Slow down. Slow it. Come on.
If Dom doesn't strike here, they can lose.
And he hated it.
That wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad.
Come on, Sperry, give me a chance.
4 through the middle. You can see that he moved in there, but I'm wondering if he gave it a little extra to make sure that it came around the corner.
Boy, this
Cover
is
that 9-pin.
This is a salad bar he's got right here. There's too many pins.
All right, come on. Well, tough because he's got to get it to the right of the 3 to throw it over into the 4-7, but enough in the back part of the lane to cover that 9-pin.
Well, Simonson will try to throw some shade toward O'Neal and Belmo. O'Neal will be the one finishing on the right-hand lane. 189 the max.
Well, no matter what Anthony does here in the 10th frame, O'Neal just needs a mark. And if Simonson doesn't strike on the next ball, O'Neal doesn't even need a mark, just needs count.
And there you go.
Well, with a spare here, Bill O'Neal will need 7.
He'll get them. I'm quite confident he will get them.
Have fun, buddy. Me too.
O'Neal just needs 7.
That's more than 7. So the 2018 champions, Bill O'Neal and Jason Belmonte, are in the championship round. They're in the final to take on Andrew Anderson and Chris Prather for the PBA Mark Roth Marshall Holman doubles as we start our World Series of Bowling number 15 in the house where it began 15 years ago.
I can approve of that message.
Bill O'Neal going to look at another ball for the title match. Don Barrett just simply lost the right lane.
No.
What's he throwing there? I'll get it for you. Ethos?
Too much. Yeah.
Although, just do me a favor.
It's just too much.
Use that ball and just cheated a couple left. If this one cheated a few left, and just see if it still pushes, because if this one starts to look flat.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Because that one's a lot stronger.
I want to see what it looks like when it gets to that spot to the right, if it comes off.
Okay. But cheat it left, though.
Yeah, of course.
He's going to stay with a stronger ball.
Right.
He's going to move a little bit left, and he's going to see if it'll still come off the spot, if it'll still push to the front.
Well, it holds there, I guess.
Missed way left.
Well, look, we know how to spare the 2, 4, 8, 10 now.
Jason Belmonte does it all, including ball repping when necessary. So it's going to be Belmo and O'Neal against the Shark, Chris Prather, and the hometown hero, Andrew Anderson. Pretty much bowling in his backyard for the championship when we return. It was last year in World Series number 14 in Wauwatosa in Wisconsin. The Bolero there. E.J. Tackett wins another time, the 20th title, and it was the PBA Cheetah Championship. And what's on tomorrow night, live on FS1 at 7 o'clock Eastern? The PBA Cheetah Championship. Maybe Tackett can go back to back. So along with Kimberly and Randy, I'm Dave. Thank you very much for joining us. We're about to find out what PBA players think of how they find a doubles partner, but I'll ask you first, how did you do it?
Usually it was with maybe your tour roommate or one of your good friends on the tour, and typically always look for somebody that had a similar game so we could line up off of one another, make the same type of adjustments. But you know, at the end of the day, it was somebody that you could hang out with for 4 or 5 days of the length of the tournament and still have a decent time, even if you didn't win.
Well, that leads us to this edition of Kimberly Pressler's Pressing Questions, brought to us by Go Bowling. What do you look for in a doubles partner?
Mitch, what makes a good doubles partner?
Communication, I think, is huge. So knowing the other person's game and what they like to hear, what they like to see.
Let's talk about being a doubles partner. What does it take to be a good one?
Communication, and you need 2 good bowlers.
And why do you think you and Rash match up so well?
We communicate well, and we're decent bowlers.
Paying attention, communication, it's almost like kind of like a marriage for a couple hours.
I'm a firm believer you bowl better when you have fun, so you better pick someone that you can enjoy bowling with, even if it doesn't go well.
Is it awkward to break up with someone to get a new partner?
Yeah, I think Simo's waiting to break up with me. I'm not giving him the out yet.
There's some guys when they're bowling bad, they take the ship down with them.
You don't have to give me names, but you can if you want to. But have you ever had a bad doubles partner?
Chris doesn't throw very many strikes when we bowl together.
So how do you break up with a partner?
Well, he asked nicely if he can bowl with his son. So if he wanted to throw his son in the river instead of me, I just go ahead and let him.
Not very many chances left. He's getting better all the time. Pretty soon he's going to trade me in for an upgraded model.
My plan is to break them up and then for me to jump on the Ryan Barnes train because he's coming up pretty quick.
Once again proving that Tommy Jones is one of the smarter people on the PBA Tour.
Oh, that was brilliant. If he wants to throw his kid in the river, that's fine. Oh, God, that's great.
We are at the top of the step ladder here, Randy. This match coming up. Jason Belmonte, Bill O'Neill, Chris Prather, and Andrew Anderson. How do you see this one?
Well, I think there's a bit of an advantage going to Belmonte and O'Neill. They've got one game under their belt. They have a little bit better understanding of how the pair is playing. However, they're going up against two great players who have won this event before.
So a couple of right-handers who like to roll it a little bit slower than some, and you've got the variety that Belmo and O'Neill bring. This is going to be a fascinating finale to decide World Series of Bowling number 15. Mark Roth, Marshall Holman, PBA doubles champion. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you. So take a look at Andrew Anderson. He and his partner Chris Prather, they've won this event before. So has their opponent, Bill O'Neill and Jason Belmonte. And Andrew Anderson, plenty of home support. They go back to Tampa University Bowl in 2021. Their second appearance together as a team. They won the Roth Holman PBA Doubles Championship, defeating Tom Doherty and B.J. Moore for the title. And to get to the finals, they had to defeat Svensson Troop and Kent Tackett, an all-star squad to say the least. For Anderson, his third title. For Prather, at the time, his fourth career PBA title. Here they are again. Anderson, local, got a lot of fans here, a lot of support.
Hi, KP. Come on.
But the support he needs right now is this guy, now a 5-time titleist. And to start with the impossible dream.
All right, 2 for sure. Come on.
Well, he's going to try to go around it and hook it a lot like Belmonte, but the biggest problem is the rev rate. So Chris's ball speed is going to be way more critical.
What a deflating way to start, too. You know, you're in your big, I mean, it's only the first frame, but so many things can happen. Wow, that was aggressive.
All right.
Yeah, it's one thing when it's just you, but when, you know, you're bowling for and with someone else, it's just added. Just an extra gut kick, gut punch.
So you see what happened in match number 3. They knocked off Simonson and Barrett. O'Neill had some terrible breaks on this right-hand lane, which is the shorter of the two patterns. Oh, he just fell off of that completely.
Almost fell down.
And that's just not something you expect to see out of Bill O'Neill.
What the heck happened?
Well, let's take a look.
Come on, man.
Like his left slide foot almost came out from underneath him.
Dang it.
You're going to have to get it come off the wall. It did not. And so both teams with open frames. Registration for the 2024 PBA LBC National Championships is now open to bowlers of all skill levels and from all centers. The PBA LBC National Championships is heading to a new location outside Chicago. It includes 2 new junior divisions. You can also compete in singles, optional doubles, and team events. Even combine your scores with the pros. Enter today, pba.com/LBC tournament.
Well, Belmonte doing something he didn't do a couple of weeks ago at the Masters when something was accidentally dropped. He did not back off the approach. It ended up costing him a trip to the title match.
Well, that's what happens when you reset yourself.
All right, come on. Let's work off that.
Jason bowling on the longer pattern, the Mark Roth pattern, 42 feet. The Marshall Holman pattern, the right lane, 38 feet. Patrick on the 9. By the way, the Holly Lanes, Andrew's home house, just an hour and 2-minute drive away, 44 miles.
So it's almost like a home game for Andrew. That's a beautiful shot. Watch him hooking it on this right lane.
Come on, KP.
He's really getting his wrist into this. See the rotation. All right, now Prather, after going light 2-8-10. Is it a ball change? Looks like he went to attention star. Something a little more aggressive, maybe? That needs to get up. I mean, that is just a big arc. 24 out to 3.5.
Christopher. First shot was a 2-8-10. This time wide right of the head pin. 27.4% average. Nope. And so a tough start for Prather, and by design, by proxy rather, a tough start for Anderson too.
Too far left.
He said, I'm too far left. He's got to close his angles down.
And there's a mixer for Bill. You know, he's deserving one of those because he's had some solid shots that didn't go.
Come on. Hey, and he was able to stay upright on that shot.
Also an important key in throwing a strike.
Yeah, it's a good hit here. It's a good shot. Good enough to strike.
Trip on the 6 after it went semi-Brooklyn.
I did not think it was that bad.
Well, as soon as you let it go, I same push. As soon as you let it go.
I thought high. I thought high, not closer than going high. Yeah, that's better. I thought high.
Yeah, I'm with O'Neal on this one. I thought it was left out of his hand, and Brooklyn was actually a good catch.
Well, that's a triple for Belmo and O'Neal. Now Anderson, who struck in his first shot. Okay.
Wow. After what Belmo did, and then he goes and leaves a pocket 7-10. His arsenal, he's using a Crimson Jackal. He's actually 4 boards left on that right lane than Bill O'Neal. And this was almost disastrous. Because I don't think this team can afford 3 open frames in the first 4 and beat O'Neal and Belmonte. It was a good shot.
Well, here's the big moment for Chris Prather. He's talked about, okay, I'm too far left, so let's watch the adjustment.
Right, so if he's too far left and he moves right and he keeps his angles the same, that's probably not going to work. So he's going to have to close his angles down. If he does that and executes and the ball goes high, he's in trouble.
Flush. Yep. The perfect adjustment made there by Chris Prather. By the way, this match will be uninterrupted, but we want to remind you the Just Right Strike is brought to you by Just Bear, the mindful choice for high-quality protein with no antibiotics ever. Just Right, Just Bear, and that was the just right adjustment just in time for the Prather-Anderson combo.
Looks like he just moved his target. Just moved his target a little bit left on that shot. O'Neal, flat 10.
Dang it.
Well, he wanted that one. They were working on 3 in a row after the open. All right, good cover. O'Neal, an excellent spare shooter. As are most of our top-level players. You don't get to this position without being able to make a spare. But Belmonte, after the last shot on this lane where he basically crossed over heavy Brooklyn and tripped the 6 out, This will be telling.
All right. Not the worst result.
No, another 10-pin. But you're right, not the worst. Take a look here at his laydown. In between 5th and 6th arrow. And there's the body language trying to get the 10 out.
If he and Bill captured this, it would be Jason's 32nd PBA title. And O'Neal would have another title this year and pick up number 15 for his career.
For me, I think both of our angles were just a little behind it.
I'd rather play that angle than the other one, but it was just like a little bit hard.
Yeah.
It's amazing the micromanaging that goes on in this sport, isn't it? They make it look so easy, but yet so many tiny details.
Well, it's interesting. The margin of error on these shots is so tiny.
Absolutely.
And you just you saw O'Neal using the thumb and forefinger. That time Anderson, absolutely gorgeous shot. Big backswing for a tall player that Andrew is.
And all three of his shots through 6 frames have looked great on that right lane. Now to cut the deficit to 13.
He's thrown 2 beauties after the slow start.
He really has, and you can see again the break point has moved in. And just a little bit softer speed by about a half a mile an hour. You got us a ball game.
Oof, for a brief moment, it was another 7-10 up there, but it went away. But there's another 10-pin. And slowly but surely, Anderson and Prather are nipping away at this lead. They've thrown 3 in a row. This will be the 3rd single pin conversion in a row, assuming O'Neal makes this.
Yeah, all 10 pins.
Yep. You fully expect those guys to cover those in a pressure situation, but the lead down to 12.
Dang it.
Was 35 at its peak. And the max scores indicate we could easily have this match decided in the 10th frame.
That was pretty good. And guess who finishes the 10th frame for Team Belmo and O'Neal? That guy.
See, yeah.
One right, and you look good.
Yeah, because I mean, that's exactly.
Got all of this one.
I thought I was getting ready to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't find any flaw in that shot, no matter what you try to do.
So much angle. A little too far to the right, and it's that flat 10 or worse. A little too much up the lane. It goes through the nose of Brooklyn. But those guys are great at playing those kind of angles. That needs help.
Oh my goodness, and got plenty of help. Flush for 4 in a row. The lead is down to 2.
So I wasn't crazy. Watch him motion the ball. Come on, hurry, hurry. Help. Now they have 4 in a row.
Come on, KP.
All right, then.
And it's just a 2-pin deficit. They can take the lead right here. You see the max scores. No matter what, they still can't shut out O'Neal and Belmonte.
Chris Prather's last shot of this tournament. Unless we have a roll-off. Which is in play.
Likes it.
Should. two past champions of this event. These teams each have one of these Roth Holman PBA doubles titles. Prather, by the way, had a shot clock warning prior to that strike.
Big shot here.
No, sir.
No.
Kidding me. Wait, no.
Yes!
Yes!
Oh my gosh! That could be the winning shot for this team right there. Lamont needs a double and 9 to shut out Anderson and Prather, but this could be the biggest break of the tournament.
Actually moved
for O'Neill and Belmonte.
It's really slow back.
That kind of makes up for some of the bad breaks that Bill got. But don't tell that to Anderson or Prather right now.
That's left.
No, sir. We still have a ball game.
Just a hair inside, it looked to me.
Well, now.
And now spare strike, it's 2:15. Anderson would need first strike in the 10th.
Oh, I thought that was pretty good. Come on.
Domo liked his first shot, thought he had it. Anderson and Prather riding a streak of 5 in a row.
Tony, can I please take a re-rack?
And Domo's going to take a re-rack. Possibly to put a little time between Anderson and his next shot.
That's exactly why he's taking it.
Yeah. It's not like he needs it.
That's just the veteran savvy move right there.
Yeah, but Anderson's taking a few laps around the track. He knows.
Well, it's been a tough season for both Prather and Anderson, and this could certainly jumpstart their 2024. That's better.
Oof. 9-pin was a little bit late to the party, but down it goes, 2:15.
I moved 2 left on the field. Should have moved.
Striking 6. Anderson so far, strike, 9 spare, strike, and strike. And there's been nothing lucky about what he's done. It's been pretty pure. For the title. Andrew had 50 fans come with him from Holly and the surrounding area.
Right back into your process, brother. Right back. Right back.
That'll be a happy 1-hour drive and 2 minutes back to Holly Lanes.
Yeah, I mean, there's former player of the year, and again, having a tough 2024. And talk about turning it around at the right time here at the World Series.
He's got to manage his emotions. You can see his face right now. He did it. Yes, sir. He even got a messenger just to make it more fun. He doesn't even know that happened yet. He's got to finish the game, but he'll finish it as a champion again on the PBA Tour. His 4th title for Chris Prather, his 6th, and their 2nd. Yeah, he does not know he struck.
Way to go.
He aced every shot. Every shot Anderson aced in this title match.
He can barely get this out of his hand. He is choked up. Yeah, Leno Monticelli right there rooting him on as well. In front of Fenn. Look at that picture of a young Andrew Anderson.
Just did what he's been doing this entire match. Absolutely labels it. The only pin he was looking at was that one all the way to the right. And that was the second ball in the 10th for a little insurance.
At that point, all he needed was 6.
Yeah.
He did well more than what was needed. And Kimberly is standing by with our champions and our special guest, Marshall Holman.
Marshall, with your trophy presentation, please. He's got to sign it first. It's tradition.
Congratulations. Just an amazing game. And this one for the hometown kid. What an opportunity. And you walk right through the door.
Thank you.
Congratulations on this win, guys. You fought hard with this, but Andrew, let's talk about that 10th frame. You needed a strike. How confident were you when you stepped on these lanes?
I was confident. I mean, I got a huge support system behind me. I got some of my best friends. I'm bowling with one of them. What an opportunity to throw that shot in my hometown. It's been a while for both of us.
Chris, it's safe to say that you struggled a little bit at the start of this match, and then something changed because you just started striking. What was that?
I realized I was too far left. I was left of Belmo, and my rev rate's about 200 less than his. So I thought, maybe I should move a little bit to the right, and threw some really good shots down the line. But, you know, I told Andrew before we even started, I was like, dude, we have all the momentum, and we haven't even thrown a shot yet because everyone in this stadium right now wanted Andrew to win. Because, to be honest, he invited like 3/4 of them.
The hometown crowd was absolutely behind you. How much does it mean that you won here with Chris in front of your hometown crowd?
I've been looking forward to this exact tournament in this building for a long time. When we heard that the doubles was here, I talk about it too much with Chris. I told him something special is going to happen. It's been a long time for me to win. My win is coming back home in Detroit. I couldn't have dreamed a better scenario, so thank you. I'm sorry the mark wasn't here. I would have loved for him to sign it. This is our second one. We're gonna go for that 3-peat too. You know, we won a third one.
Congratulations on your win. What a way to kick off the World Series.
Well, there you have a couple of deserving champions to defeat Bilmo, as they were once known as. Jason Belmonte and Ben O'Neill, and to do it with clutch strikes all the time. Andrew Anderson, Chris Pressler got off to a slow start.
Right, yeah.
They rebounded from a slow start. They were down early by 35 pins, gradually started erasing that whiteboard, getting rid of those numbers until they end up with the trophies.
Yeah, after the slow start, like you mentioned, 2 opens in the first 3 frames. They closed with 7 in a row. And it came down to Belmonte and Andrew Anderson. And Andrew Anderson, he got it done. Belmonte, he has to look for it again throughout the rest of the World Series of Bowling.
Yeah, the rest of the World Series, of course, going to continue tomorrow night with the Cheetah Championship. Let's take a look at the entire World Series of Bowling 15 schedule here in Allen Park. Cheetah Championship tomorrow night at 7, followed by Tuesday night at 7, the Scorpion. Then the Shark Championship Wednesday at 7 p.m. Then a couple of days for everybody to take a breath because the PBA World Championship play-in round is Saturday night at 7. All of this on FS1. And then on Fox, a week from today at noon Eastern, the PBA World Championship. We are in the home of World Series of Bowling #1. And for the second time, it's that combination, Chris Pressler and Andrew Anderson, who are on top. Our coverage of the World Series of Bowling continues tomorrow night live at 7 Eastern on FS1 with the PBA Cheetah Championship here from the Thunderbolt Lanes in Allen Park, Michigan. Coming up next, NASCAR Race Day, Texas. For Randy Pedersen, Kimberly Pressler, and our wonderful, wonderful crew, I'm Dave Lamont. You have been watching the PBA on FS1.